Morning, everybody. This is going to be a quick vid. It's another answer for one of the members at DIY Molds. You YouTube folks too, don't be afraid to ask some questions. If you got a good question, I'll do a little video on a question there to help answer your problems and move you along. This one's from Thomas. He was asking a couple questions in regards to, one was, can you do fiberglass without using the wax, like just using straight with the PVA in the background? He says he's had good or reasonable success with it. I can't answer because I don't know. I've never tried without it before. Most people use instead of that, they use carnauba wax, the same thing, readily available. A couple quick coats on there too. It's pretty cheap, but I've never tried because I don't want to tempt fate, because some of these big boys here, they can be hard enough or a challenge to get out for the first time as well. So I just always use the wax. But if somebody else can answer that too, if they've done it without wax and had good success, maybe let us know. So like I said, you don't have to use that Partol paste because it is rather expensive. But just carnauba wax I used to use when I first started, and it works really good. Most of the guys I know use wax. Like Tuscany uses it, I think JB uses wax. Most folks do. So sorry if I can't answer completely there, Thomas, but just telling you sort of what we use here. So your other question was regarding plugs. So as you can see, I'm getting ready here to do a plug on this one because of this deep cavity. I might do a small one up into here too, because it's hard to see in the light here. I don't think you can see. It's a pretty deep cavity in there too, so I might do another one inside of there. The other side I'm not too worried about, like one on the top probably, and one smaller one on the bottom. It's not quite as deep on this side. So what he was asking is it part of the mold or is it separate and with bolts, etc.? So here's one here, just on this small mold. It's underneath here is the plug. This is a log planter that I did up, and so that's the plug there in the center for the planter portion, and you can see I taped it all up. And when it comes time to do the glass, like I've got a little front here I'm doing, so when it comes time, you're going to do the wax and the PVA over, and the fiberglass is going to go right over top. Like there'll probably be a seam through the middle, and it just allows you to do a nice piece on there with not having the, you know, the normal rim like a pot would have. But here, I'll show you on the other one. So the starfish I just finished yesterday. I mean, it still needs trimming up and that. So the other big piece is down there from the front side. So this is the back side here. So I'll just take this off, I hope. There we go. Sorry, trying to do that with one hand. So that's the back piece. So here in the back, there's a vent here, a vent hole. So I've made a notch out for it. But again, this was all taped off before I did the glass, right? And PVA and wax on top of it. So no, it's not bolted in. So you can see like this fiberglass piece fit right over top. So you've got one solid piece with no sort of an interruption. That allows you to go right over top of the plug, and then the plug is just underneath, and then you can just pull it out with your hand like so and put it back in. So I'll want to drill a little hole in the front of the big piece there, just about where this is, just to allow some air. It's not going to gum up. You'll be able to see through the mold. You'll be able to see through the glass when the concrete comes out a little bit, and then you'll know you're getting a good pour and the air is coming out. So anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Just a quick one today. And everybody, don't feel free to ask. I'm always available to try and help you out when I can. So hang in there, everybody. And another vid probably coming up in a day or two. Okay, folks.